So, greetings everybody, we are here in actually what is going to be game number 3 of a series between UkraineStar and Duckload WhiteRa, where basically these guys just encounter themselves on the ladder 3 times in a row. So it is going to be a 3-game series. Right now Duckload WhiteRa is up 2-0, and we're going to go ahead and watch how these guys are going to be playing. This map is Shattered Temple, so very solid macro map, and immediately I note that unlike the last game that you watched, WhiteRa is not in close spawning positions to UkraineStar. So this is really rare for UkraineStar. He's not going to have to deal with fast aggression across the ground, though WhiteRa did a very strange but effective build in the last game where he essentially went for 10 gate and didn't get a zealot. It was just for a very fast 4 gate timing, which is incredibly effective, as UkraineStar is a very skillful player, and WhiteRa doing a quicker 4 gate really just took him by UkraineStar by off guard, probably thinking that there's going to be more aggression because of the fact that there was a 10 gate that was used. So immediately, good job by WhiteRa in order to really be effective. And so it's been great to see this third game. We do see him throwing down a 12 gate and producing some more probes, going to probably push them out. So effective. Again, he does like to go for those earlier gateways, it seems. Not going for the normal 13 gate where you chrono boosted out probes continuously. So it's going to be great to see what he's going to be doing in this game. If UkraineStar is going to be hatching first, that could be a great idea, especially because it seems that WhiteRa's playing more normally. There we have the gas going down, and I'm very curious to see what he's going to be doing in this game. So now, the question is really going to be whether or not WhiteRa is going to be doing something along the lines of a 4 gate, like a normal 4 gate. So as the last game, I'm definitely going to be expecting him not to do that. So, trying to think as possibilities. Like, it could easily be. Actually, why isn't he? Where's the submarine square? There's no wall off. That's another thing that's confusing. There's no wall off from WhiteRa. UkraineStar is going to pop in and see a lack of wall off, and probably just be confused as to why WhiteRa is doing this. I know I'm confused, but I'm not exactly going to question it. WhiteRa is a much better player than I am, so we're going to go ahead and just continue to watch these guys progress anyway. No zealot first, or going to be a zealot now? He's got the gas, but yep, there it is. The money does go in, and there is the zealot. Going to be able to still get continuous probes. Where's the continuous probes? Okay, so maybe, yep, there it is. And there's the hatcher going down for UkraineStar. He does have that down. Looks like he actually put it down before the spawning pool. So UkraineStar did go for hatchery first, which is great to see. Extractor is up. Looks like he's going to go ahead and just delay getting that, as he just wants to get out his, yeah, he's just not mindful that he just wants to get out his queens and drones, as opposed to actually depleting his mineral income by getting or mining from that gas. So good move by UkraineStar in that respect. Really playing for the later games. He's not focusing on getting that really quick metabolic boost. So WhiteRa's now pushing in. He doesn't have a force, so he can't put down cannons. So that's a great thing for UkraineStar, because he doesn't have to deal with that annoyingness. If you look down here, drone is running around, see if everything goes in. WhiteRa does have second somewhere on the way. He's getting his warp gate, and now he's walling off. You know, actually, come to think about it, this looks like a really smart way to defend against early pools. With the wall off can actually be a huge vulnerability in the terms of like the 6 to 8 pool range, where you really need to basically, if you have the pylon snipe, you're screwed. So WhiteRa gets that wall off later on, which is a play that I definitely like. I'm curious to see how it actually fends off early roach pushes, but WhiteRa is definitely a player to watch. It is innovative. More people might catch on to this, as I definitely think it's a stable way to go. So he's now pushing out with his first Zealot and Stalker before the Spawn Crawler will be able to finish. This Link's going to attack the probe, and there it is. It goes down. 2 shots because of the probe's help, and you're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing down here. So this probe and Zealot are definitely effective. And yeah, look at that. UkraineStar is targeting down the probe. Priorities, very good priorities. But now that the Stalker is here, might want to go ahead and kite. Without the metabolic boost, it moves at the exact same pace as the Ling. So he could go in and continue to press the attack. Metabolic boost is now just starting from UkraineStar, so it is going to be coming out in the next minute or two. It actually does take almost 2 minutes, so 2 minutes from now that will be up and running. And now, oh, look at this. WhiteRa is going to take down that Overlord, but UkraineStar is going to go ahead and let that happen, or is he going to finally go back for it? Okay, he's going to finally go back for that, but he could do a lot of aggression with those guys. But WhiteRa has a ton of sentries out on the way, plus his Nexus has now been built. It's actually a little later than a normal 3-gate expand, but WhiteRa was doing a lot of damage of forcing the Lings as opposed to the drones. Excuse me, I burped. But now, WhiteRa is really a very stable person right now. The Lings don't have speed yet, so they can't actually hit the Stalker. So it looks like UkraineStar didn't actually get a surround the Stalker, which is going to allow it to survive. Metal Boost is not finished. WhiteRa is going to know this by all this is happening. Forge and Pylon going up, and now is there going to be force fields, and one Ling goes down only. Alright, so looks like DuckloadRa is going to again stabilize and get the fast 3rd and 4th assimilators. This is incredibly quick. Me as a Masters Protoss player, generally I don't get those 3rd and 4th gases this quickly at all. I'll maybe get the 3rd one after the Nexus is done, but never this quickly. So I'm very curious to see what WhiteRa is actually going to be doing with this amount of gas. Fast upgrades is a great way to use it. Cannon in case of Burrow Roaches is another solid thing, as Burrow Roaches, if they're rushed, could be in fairly soon. And we do have the Roachborn and Evo Chamber going down simultaneously inside UkraineStar's main. Metal Boost has now finished. We have the second gas going down, and mining from this gas has happened. He actually is stockpiling up a lot. Could lead to a Muta type of gameplay from him. He's working on getting down his gold, and he does have control of this watchtower, and Overlords will be in position to actually scout this natural expansion. He could sacrifice this Overlord in to get some vision and try and scout what is happening, but really WhiteRa is looking to be a very stable position. He's got Robo going down, he's warping in some more units. No Zealots, very Stalker Sentry heavy, which is a very microable army. That's definitely something to note. And UkraineStar has thrown down the gold. He does want the gold base before the 9-minute mark. Is a very nice timing for this base. So I'm very happy to see this, and the question is how he's going to be able to use it. Still not sacrificing this Overlord in, just instead choosing to run in with some speeds. They're going to scout the front. He actually could get caught. Nope, not going to get caught. Twilight Council being thrown down at the front, though. So WhiteRa is trying to wall off his front. Twilight Council going to allow for some more upgrades because he wants that in time to get out the +2 attack, maybe. As you can see, the timer is, what, 30 seconds on that? Another 30-second build time. So WhiteRa is going to be able to get out the +2 attack immediately, getting out an Observer. Might want to push out fairly soon, as really UkraineStar is been able to get a ton of drones. You can see he's got 57 drones to the 45 probes of WhiteRa, so very, very nice. He's working on getting down these backdoor rocks in order to get probably a back expansion over there to try and be as effective as possible. He is about to have his 3rd completed. He's also breaking down the rocks down here at WhiteRa's 3rd, and WhiteRa does want to get his 3rd. At the very least, watch the 3rd, as he has brought this pylon up here, and he's going to go ahead and start attacking those Lings. Gets down one of them before forcing them away. Lings are also at the front over here. UkraineStar doesn't have control of the watchtower, interestingly enough. He is attacking the fronts of WhiteRa's base, so that's really perfectly fine. And we do see the +2 attack. Chronos out the second that Council finished with Blink on the way. Blink and Observers, and actually with this way this Observer's going, if he's just heading over here, WhiteRa could be planning to attack via this route. As a kind of a hidden way. UkraineStar does have Pneumatize carry base complete, and this Overlord has now got speed and is going to move around and possibly get hit by WhiteRa's Stalkers. And that's actually going to be enough to kill it before it really sees much. What did UkraineStar actually see? He saw nothing. He's seen absolutely nothing new. WhiteRa is really controlling this game right now. The fact that UkraineStar is playing blind, which is great for him. But what has WhiteRa seen, now that I think about it? This Observer has gone down and seen this gold. So WhiteRa knows that this is expansion and macro play from UkraineStar, which he might be comfortable with, because look at this. He's getting his 3rd up. So 3rd Nexus is going down. He does have this one Stalker down here to make sure these rocks don't get broken down by Lings. We do see, Infestors. So Pathogen Glands is on the way. 75 energy for any popping out Infestors. Very solid move and very microable move again. Still going to be able to allow UkraineStar to really show some impressive micro with this army, as he can get some more growth and surrounds with his army to really show he's capable. And this Observer is going to go down this Roach, or not the Roach, the Queen, and this Detector ability by the Overseers, allowing it to die. Okay, Pathogen Glands is about to complete. Roaches are on the way. Carapace level 1 looks like it's being researched. Missile Attacks level 1 has been researched. UkraineStar is still on this 3-base. Gold income is really helping him out. You can see the income tab showing that he is very far ahead, and he's actually getting a 4th down right now. But the harvest account is actually even, and really he's ahead, but not that far ahead. As WhiteRa does have this base down here of his own, but he doesn't have his 6th gas. He's just on 5, but he's actually getting down his 6th right now. So let's look around, see what he's doing. He's getting +3 attack. Wow, and Mortals are out. This is a ton of DPS for him. WhiteRa does, looking around, he's got gateways on the way. There is no Robo Den. He might be going for High Templar. That would be a really cool move to go for High Templar. Does he have a Templar Archives? Not on the way yet, but it looks like he's trying to prepare for that with this massive gateway count. So far there are 9 gateways down there, and looks like he's got, yep, 9 gateways. This is incredibly powerful. 9 gateways is a ton of production capacity, ton of macro capabilities from this. But UkraineStar's 4th is coming along the way. All these Lings and Roaches are going to press the front with the 1-1 for those Roaches, but looks like it's going to go ahead and retreat. Doesn't feel comfortable pushing into this choke. Lings will not be very effective. A few force fields and they will be completely blocked off. So it looks like UkraineStar is being forced to pull back and just continue to macro up as well. Infestors on the field. There is Hydras coming down as well. But WhiteRa has a ton of Blink Stalkers now. He could use these to harass if he wanted to, but it doesn't seem like he's doing that quite yet. Photon Cannon is now down here instead of the Stalker, so that's a solid move, and that's not the Stalker to add into his army. But all of these drones are coming in. The income's going to be really going to boom in a second for UkraineStar. See on that, see how it's going to develop. There's a larger count of Roach Hydra along with Infestors. 6 Infestors is a lot. Alright, so now Zerg is now, up? Yep, up a fair bit amount in terms of harvesters at this point. 74 to 69 is great for WhiteRa too, because the fact that he's still up there. He has, looks like he can take the gold. He's keeping his money so low. That is just impressive. Going to get another pylon down here. He's actually about to be maxed. Alright, so where's the Nexus WhiteRa? Looks like he's going to push out with this huge army of Blink Stalkers, Immortals, and Sentries. This is a great army composition, but it's going to be very vulnerable to fungal growth, and there's the first fungal growth, and there's some great forces to block off the concaves underneath UkraineStar, but where the more fungal growths are going to go down to deal so much damage, it's a great concave from UkraineStar. His Hydras are still there attacking, taking a couple of hits, but more fungal growths on the entire army of WhiteRa. He could lose everything. He's doing a ton of damage, though. Stalkers down here might want to blink up to actually take down his army, so he's blinking forward with reinforcement Stalkers. It's a great move. Is he targeting on the Infestors? No. If like taking a fungal growth, though, is going to hurt those guys a fair bit, but the problem is the fact that UkraineStar has now lost a ton. He's invested a lot. You can see the remacroing of 24 Hydras and 10 Lings. Perfect for this army of WhiteRa. No Colossi, so Hydras are incredibly strong. And here we have a lot of them popping. Drones being brought into fray. Lings coming back to try and get the surrounding guys. Fungal growth should go down on this entire ball of Stalkers. Will it? There's no fungal growth. Oh, they got sniped. Lings are going to push in and start attacking. WhiteRa can blink away, but he's taking hits. Reinforcing pylon down here, and he's warped them in a concave already. Trying to do as much damage as he can, but UkraineStar has a ton of Hydras. This is a great response from him. Without the Colossi, he knows this is a beautiful move. Pylon, there's actually a probe in the mix over here, and there is 1 Hydra going down, 2 Hydras going to go down. And with this Observer going down, WhiteRa knows exactly where he needs to have his army. This base is now up for UkraineStar. He's going to be now in 5 bases once he gets that mining. WhiteRa has his gold along the way, but look at the food count. It's actually 30 food count lead is now there for UkraineStar, so that is a great move from him. Alright, so now it looks like WhiteRa wants to do some harassing. His Overlord is still here, and there's a Sacrificial Queen, and all those new lead creatures are going to go down, and these drones are going to eat a lot of hits. WhiteRa could just go up here, use the ledge to give himself a good choke, but great fungal growth. All those guys down there are going to go down. Beautiful growth by UkraineStar. Going to do as much damage as he possibly can. These guys have blinked up already, so they're actually going to go ahead and take damage because they can't blink down. WhiteRa goes, okay, WhiteRa just saves them now. WhiteRa is now down, but whoa, look at this. UkraineStar is maxed. WhiteRa's food count's been doubled by UkraineStar. That is bad, to say the least. And yes, there is Templar on the field now. Psystorm is beginning to be researched. Where is that Templar Archives? There it is. Templar Archives has been thrown down by WhiteRa. Missed all of that carnage. But UkraineStar, his gold hatchery is still alive. WhiteRa wanted to take that down. This is looking really solid as all these Hydras are still in the mix. UkraineStars are maxed up with a whole nother count of Roaches. A really strong move with 4 Infestors as well. It's a great complement to this army. So many micro possibilities to really deal as much damage as he can to WhiteRa. The gold is now up, but he actually might get hit before he can make use of that gold. If he loses those probes, that'll be a huge blow to him, as he does have 69 probes, which is a great amount. And photon cannons are being thrown down here, but they're not going to be able to complete. Only one's going to complete, and UkraineStar is going to go ahead and get a huge concave. Side storm capabilities are here. These those storms, actually, storm's not finished yet. This is going to be huge. UkraineStar hitting just before storm is there, and WhiteRa's going to lose so much. These, oh god, there's so many Hydras here. War Prism is actually on the field now, going to go ahead and sacrifice its life for nothing. Side storm on all of those guys. Huge side storm, going to do a lot of damage. But the problem is that there's just not enough. He needs to blanket these outside storm, but he doesn't have the capabilities quite yet. There are no more Templar on the field as UkraineStar is continuing to push in. All of these Stalkers down here trying to blink. Micro from WhiteRa trying to make this as effective as he possibly can. But oh god, UkraineStar can just sacrifice his entire army. You can see he's losing 21 roaches amidst this entire attack. So the more damage he does to WhiteRa, the better for him, because he's just going to remax and continue pushing out. Infestors are here. They need to start being used, though. They're sort of just taking up space right now. Whatever they're used for is fine. UkraineStar is actually now retreating with these Hydras. That's going to be bad. WhiteRa can just go ahead and blink up, and he does do so. Infestor's now there. He's going to go ahead and die. This gold was taken out amidst all this. WhiteRa needs to get that back up if he wants to have a hope of making this back into the game. Now, okay, all these Stalkers continue to push in, but WhiteRa is still so far behind. He is literally doubled in food count, 88 to 168, with more production from UkraineStar. He still hasn't gotten this base yet. I'm kind of surprised. He could easily do that. Looks like WhiteRa wants to do a little bit of harassing. The Observer is on the way. You're going to be able to blink up. There it is. Probably going to attack this down here, but there are spine cars over here, but he could cliff. He is going to cliff these units. Stalkers are going to go ahead and blink in. Very nice, but this Spore Car, he's got to watch out for this Spore Car with this Observer. He's going to go ahead and take out a few drones, but here's a gigantic army from UkraineStar once more moving in. This is so strong. Where is the Spore Car going to get taken down so WhiteRa doesn't interfere from losing the Observer, and he just blinks away without taking any losses, but will the blink regenerate in time for him to actually escape? Looks like he will. Will he shift blink it? Yes, he is shift blinking his units down there, but if he doesn't clear the space, okay, he does. Perfect blink from him. UkraineStar, how many drones does he have left after that attack? 66 drones to 54 probes. So many probes were lost in this attack down here on WhiteRa's account. UkraineStar is hitting at the perfect time. Does WhiteRa have more Templar? He needs to have Sidestorm. He needs the AoE against all of these Hydras, as they are so vulnerable to Sidestorm. They do have 80 health, but one Sidestorm does not kill them. You do need two to actually have enough damage, but with enough Stalkers and a Concave, you can easily just get them all to one Stalker hit left, and then you basically have a bunch of Stalkers one-shotting Hydras that should destroy them. So all these Infestors now on within this mix, which is a great move. But WhiteRa is not expanding. He might want to get another expansion, or at least at the very least replenish his gold with a bunch of probes. He needs that income. He's actually got 4 guys in this somewhere down here, and he does have probes mixed down here. The natural and the third base are still mining, but he's got to be careful. UkraineStar just has so much income. WhiteRa's now down to 1,300. Before he was at 2,000, while this 2,000 income was there for UkraineStar as well. But UkraineStar is now maxed once more. He really could push. He's got Broodlords on the field too, so this is going to be a beautiful army composition for him. Going to be able to do a ton of damage to WhiteRa, as WhiteRa is just strictly on Stalkers and Templar. A blink or two to take out the Broodlords is going to be incredibly key, and he's actually catching morphing Broodlords. This is exactly what he needs to do. The problem is that this one's actually going to finish and start attacking. Is WhiteRa going to be able to blink away, but a massive force for UkraineStar. This is a choke. Going to be great for WhiteRa, but where's the Side Storms? He has his Side Storms to choke. This is a perfect engagement from him because of this choke, but the problem is that there's still a Broodlord in the mix, and so many Side Storms, great Side Storms, doing a ton of damage, but WhiteRa lost a few Stalkers that he cannot afford to lose in that attack, not to mention the Templar. The Templar is a huge investment on his part, and he did lose them. So, UkraineStar is now moving in, or he could move in. I'm wanting him to move in. He might be just waiting for a few more something or others, but there's no reason for him not to attack right now. He's maxed. WhiteRa is trying to get at this base. He knows this isn't going to be an attack from UkraineStar. Looks like he's just going to go ahead and move out. WhiteRa just one-shotted the Broodlord with a Stalker and blinks away, taking very little damage. Actually, he might get taken down, but yeah. So WhiteRa does have the +3 attack upgrade done, +2 attack upgrades, +2 armor upgrade is about to finish, and looks like UkraineStar has got the 2-2 for his units. So very strong upgrades from both players right now. But UkraineStar, does he have a Hive coming out? He does have the Hive finished because he has the Broodlord, so he does have the capability to get the 3-3 if he does want to. Okay, so this one Broodlord is in the mix. He needs to actually lose some supply before he can get more Broodlords. Pure Roach Hydra right now can move in, try and take out this base from WhiteRa, but he's actually be able to attack and kill these guys off before he can actually do anything. And 3 cannon kills for him. That's actually a huge amount of damage to WhiteRa right now. Just 300, but big Psystorm and feedbacks on the Infestors. Great move by WhiteRa to be as effective as he can with the units that he has. But now more Broodlords can be able to morph with the fact that so much supply was just released for UkraineStar to use however he likes. 3 Templar are there. There is the capability to get 3 Storms out of them. But UkraineStar is really doing a great job containing WhiteRa. WhiteRa now has a Void Ray out. I'm going to try and focus down these Broodlords, but the problem is that there's so much UkraineStar, but great storms from WhiteRa. Fungal Growth did land on top of those Stalkers, but the problem is that there are still alive Broodlords. What is that? 4 or 5 Broodlords that are in this mix. But this is a huge opportunity for UkraineStar. He's again just remaxing, using Roaches and Hydras, being close to max once more. WhiteRa is trying to use his microbal Stalkers to get a better concave. You can blink them into a better concave, blink them into stay alive, and he does feel that he does have an opportunity with these guys, but the problem is not attacking all those units. Try to slant down the Broodlords, moving in as much as he can. He needs to blink up, but there's so much damage from these Broodlords that's actually forcing WhiteRa back. So many losses. Look at the health on those Stalkers. They are really injured. Alright, so UkraineStar has actually got no kills on the Broodlords themselves, but he's got his gold still alive. That is big. This Nexus is now done, so WhiteRa can go ahead and replenish this mineral line down there to mine. He's attacking once more, which is bad for him, as UkraineStar is just going to max up once again, but WhiteRa is closing down the food count, using Stalkers incredibly effectively. The 3-2 upgrades is allowing them to stay alive for so much longer. This Void Ray is going to go ahead and fall to those Hydralisks, and there it does go down. WhiteRa's being forced to pull back. His gold is still alive. He's still look at how many gold patches he has left. UkraineStar now has his base all the way on the left. Going to go up with no more gold mineral patches on the field, but he does have Overseer along the way. WhiteRa needs to find a way to harass. Looks like he could use this Berserker again to blink up and attack down here. The problem is that there's aggression coming in for UkraineStar on the right side of the map with a lot of Roaches and a few Broodlords still here. Looks like he's going to start moving in. Broodlords are attacking, but not going to do really much as UkraineStar is continuing to will down on the Stalker's health. There's the Void Race. Going to kill off one Broodlord. Blinking up is going to target the other Broodlord. Yes, that Broodlord does go down, but now WhiteRa's being completely surrounded by UkraineStar's Roaches. Really risky blink. Does not pay off as these guys have a complete surround on WhiteRa's units. Great army controlled by UkraineStar to realize that vulnerability by WhiteRa. And this Void Ray is still alive, but UkraineStar doesn't care. He's sniping off this gold. WhiteRa is really getting attacked hard right now as these Void Rays are still in the mix, trying to do as much as they can, but our Hydras are on the way. With these fully charged Void Rays, UkraineStar is going to have to lose a lot of guys who wants to kill off just a few Hydras. But now these guys are taking hits. UkraineStar is just allowing those Roaches to take the hits as he's massing up more Corruptors, so he's going to be able to get a lot more Broodlords. Hydras on the way as well. Looks like WhiteRa finally wants to do a little bit of harassing with a DT Shrine in the main base. He's actually also completely mined down his main base, assimilators included. DT Shrine is done. Where are the DTs that he's going to be able to morph to do some harassing? Does he have a proxy pylon anywhere? There's an observer down there. Warp Prism. The Warp Prism is going to be able to warp in DTs essentially anywhere, but there is a Spore Crawler in the mix down here. Spore Crawler. Yep, Spine Crawler. Looks like where I took down this base with something. Was it a DT? Might have been DTs, as there's one kill on the Spine Crawler. And WhiteRa's attacking the main base right now with all of these Stalkers and Void Rays. Spawning Pool goes down, and this Infestation Pit's about to go down, but it looks like UkraineStar might just go ahead and counterattack. So he's going to go ahead and start hitting WhiteRa's 4th base anyway, which is so important. WhiteRa needs this income. The gold base got taken out and missed all of this, as well as UkraineStar has got a ton of Corruptors in the mix, so he's going to use them for. WhiteRa's going to have to retreat with all of those Stalkers, and here we go, attacking from these entire forces. UkraineStar is not maxed quite yet, but he's have a massive amount of army. Could be waiting to be able to morph a bunch of Broodlords at the exact same time. WhiteRa does have some Zealots that are morphed down here, taking down those units down there. WhiteRa's doing a ton of multitasking right now. It's very hard to keep track of, as he's just an incredibly beastly man. And probes are going down to these Hydras and Roaches. That is sad to see. WhiteRa needs all of those probes. He needs that income. Oh, there's also a full surround again on all of these Stalkers. These units will fall. WhiteRa is going to retreat somehow. Maybe blink up here to try and keep him alive, but does not seem that's the case. But there is that Observer dying. This base has now been taken down by WhiteRa. Go ahead and start wailing down on these larvae. No more spawning pools actually on the field. I'm just going to go ahead and check something quickly, but because there's no spawning pool, he can't build any form of tech building whatsoever. This is a side note. WhiteRa is actually doing a ton of damage now with these units. 2 Void Rays are in the mix now. Going to go ahead and try and take down this Queen. They should be able to, but Spore Crawlers there. They can't attack that part of the map. But no air upgrades for WhiteRa. Is going to make sure they're stepping down. Oh, he's already stepping down the Spire. He's trying to do as much as he can, but the losing his base is going to be so big. WhiteRa does still have gold mineral patches alive, actually with a fair bit, all things considered, for this point in the game. So he is playing incredibly well. All these photon cannons are alive. Are going to be alive or built by the time UkraineStar can actually push him, but UkraineStar is maxed once more. He is maxed. You're going basically a Hydra, almost pure Hydra. 27 Hydras, 28 Roaches with another 13 Hydras on the way. This is so much DPS. I don't know if WhiteRa's going to be able to handle it. Even if he had 6 Colossi out, or that crazy number, he still might lose just because he doesn't have that much support. But all these Templars, 6 Templars is actually a great idea for him. There's a Dark Templar somewhere on the field that just got warped in. That's an Observer. But here's the DT going to move in. There is no Spore Crawler down here, so we're going to go ahead, harass with this DT down here, go ahead and actually start targeting down. There is targeting down all of those drones individually. As Dream starts moving with the gigantic army. Templars here is going to be Sidestorm. Sidestorm down there. He's got more Sidestorm, blanketing everything with Sidestorms. More Sidestorms going across all these Hydras, all these Roaches. Doing as much damage as he can. The problem is WhiteRa just has no support, no way to finish them off. All these Hydras are in the red, in the orange. Look at this guy. He's got 4 health left. 1 Sidestorm doing every bit of damage it could to him, but just regenerating time. WhiteRa is really taking hits, and this Templar is now at 13 kills, 14 kills. It's just not enough. We have UkraineStar getting another 2 more hatcheries, re-expanding to this space down here, as well as that just, where is it? There's a hatchery somewhere. But WhiteRa anyway, just GG's, because of the fact that UkraineStar just played amazingly well. So UkraineStar has now made this no longer not a 3-0, but is now a 2-1. So UkraineStar still loses in this 3-game series. However, WhiteRa is going to go ahead and get casted some more because he's awesome.